Hi, welcome to my channel, Gigi's Altered Objects. I hope everyone is keeping busy in these crazy times. I actually thought staying home would give me more time to make videos, but that isn't quite how it worked out. Seems like there's always something someone needs or something to do, which is fine. One of the things I'm doing to do my part and stay at home is not get anything new. So I'm creating a couple of shadow boxes because I have all kind of goodies that will work for that, and it lets me do my creative side. So let me show you what I'm working with. A friend of mine who was moving was leaving behind this spice rack, just a typical spice rack. We've seen several of them. So I'm waiting. I said I would get nothing new. I did need some new chalk paint to complete this, but I'm going to do several projects with the chalk paint, and I didn't go get it. I ordered it from Joann's, so it will be delivered, and I will take the proper precautions when unpacking it. So what I'm going to do to this is I'm going to, after I clean it up, paint it with black chalk paint. And then I'm going to do, I showed you this a long time ago on a box, a little wooden box. I'm going to rub it with a candle to do the resistance. And then the top coat is going to be an oatmeal type color. So the black will show through when I do the scraping. And I will demonstrate some of that for you. I think on the actual inside, instead of doing scraping, I'm probably going to do black and then crackle paint, and then the oatmeal color, but definitely around the edges and on the outside, I definitely want to do some of that distressed look. So in the meantime, I thought it might be fun to show you how I just start a project like this, because it can seem so overwhelming. So what I did is I went through my stash and I found some different things that I wanted to use. And as I was looking, I decided, well, how many little rooms am I going to make in my box? I think that I'm actually going to leave the drawers out, and I'm going to make little shadow boxes later out of the drawers. But I thought doing a bunch of little bottles lined up right here, and some different other little maybe shells and feathers, or we'll see. So those will be 2 rooms that I'll do last, and I really don't have a theme. But on this top part, let's see if I can show you. Okay, so I'm going to measure from here, from this corner to this corner. And I'll either just cut a divider, but I'm thinking it would be cuter if I could make it look like stair steps going up here and then here, which will give me 4 different rooms, and I will also decorate on the inside of the doors. So that's basically how I had to start, is deciding how many areas I was going to have and then what I wanted each area to look like. So after I just pulled out things from my stash that I liked, I started organizing them in different rooms. And we'll go through each of these bags as I do the rooms, actually before, because a lot of the little objects are going to end up being layered together or altered in some way. I don't want to just stick it in there. That ruins the fun of it. So each thing, especially the 3-dimensional things, will get some type of alteration to them. So everything in this little bag is kind of for like a manly room, and we will go through those later. This one has items for like a sewing room, and the inspiration for the sewing is going to be this couple in their wedding gown, so in her wedding gear. And then this one is all kind of sciencey stuff. Leaves and books and bees, different insects, body parts. There's even a leg in there. Hello, Theodore. Where'd you go? Okay. We'll see how long he lets Mama do that. And then the last little room is going to be a kitchen. And this one is going to be kind of family and children orientated. On the inside, I'll also use some of the Tim Holtz Ideology wallpaper. I just love this. And that will look, I haven't decided which ones yet, but now that I have some of the colors picked out, I want the whole thing to have kind of, you know, an antique photo type vibe to it. That's what I'm going for. I'll also make some charms, but we'll do that one at a time. So let me put these goodies back in. And for the top, if Theodore hasn't moved it for me, for the top of the spice rack, one of the decorations I'm going to make is like an old-timey ink bottle. I don't remember where I got this little cute bottle from, excuse me. I think it might have been one of those infuser things to make the house smell good. So I cleaned it out. It still isn't dry all the way. So I'm going to decorate this little bottle. I'm also working on another little bottle, and all I did to this one so far is covered it with gesso. I liked the shape of this bottle. This one is one of the shampoo and lotion and things that we got at a hotel here when we stayed bed and breakfast, the Sanford House. So I like the shape. I like the little silver cap that goes on it. So I painted it with white gesso, and then I did 2 coats of this metallic multi-surface paint. This is one that I happen to get at, and the color is steel. I got that at Target. I am going to give it a little bit of this distressed mica spray. It's brushed pewter. It's kind of clogged up, so what I'm going to do is take it off and just dab it on with a brush or cotton swab. All right. My inspiration for some of the bottles that I'm going to decorate came from this. It's actually a necklace that I got from Wish, and I'm not going to use it. I'm just going to use it. I'm not going to put it in the shadow box. I'm going to just use it for an inspiration on how to do some of my bottles. Okay, so we'll do this together and see what happens. I have not done one like this before. I'm not sure if I'm going to use that feather. I really like the way the white looks, though. All right, you know what? I need my funnel, and I bet I don't have it. That's all right. We'll do something different. You know what? I think that maybe one of my tips might work. Oh, I saved these little tops. You can use these to make like flower vases or little flower pots. I'm going to leave one of those out too, because I'm going to want to put one of those in one of the rooms, maybe the science room. I might need it to be smaller, so I'll leave 2 out just to see. I have these little tools that you use. It's like an awl, so that when you need to make holes in the middle of things, you can, not just with your crocodile. But they're all clogged up. I was thinking that would be a great little funnel, but oh well. We will try something different. Let me get my little tray, because we know I'll make a mess. Can you see Theodore? Oh, you can't see Theodore. He's helping me. All right, so these are just little pearls I have in several different colors, and they come from Queen and Company. I haven't heard about our scrapbook convention. I'm sure that it's called off, like so many other things, but I had something special that was called off. But I am refusing to pout or complain, because that seems just terribly selfish when I think about people putting their lives at risk to make sure we have food and make sure we have medical help. Actually can bring tears to my eyes. Just because I didn't get to do one of my trips, we were going to renew our vows. That seems, there was a lot of money involved, and we're not getting any of that back, but it still seems really minute when you put it in perspective with the rest of the world. All right, so I wanted a glue that I knew would dry clear, and I hated to use so much of this one. It's really one of my favorites. I need to find another place to get it. This is the one that I always use on material because it says machine washable, and I'm running low, and I do try to save that, particularly for gluing material when I have to. Let's say hi, Theodore. Let's see if I can get him down here. Step up, baby. Step up, step up. Here, there's Theodore. Hi, hi, baby. Here, come play up here for mommy. There you go. All right, but I could see this one would dry clear, so I'm going to use it. So I just put a little glue in the bottom. I'm going to kind of twirl it around. All right, and then put some of my beads. I'm choosing white beads because the feather is white, and something in my brain just said that that will look nice together. I will need a tool, but I'll do it all at once. So I want them to at least cover the bottom of the little jar. It's just going to represent ink in the jar. Okay. Push these down. And move these around a little bit. I made a tool with my wire. I just kind of made a foot on the end of it, and then I was able to push the little beads down where I wanted them. So we're gonna let that sit over there and dry. And I lost a butterfly. If you see any things fall down, Theodore's tearing up a wooden dowel. So he's dropping little shavings and bits and parts. All right, so I'm going to begin by putting the chain around the neck because that is what they did on my model bottle. I don't have to worry about leaving a place for the top to screw on. Otherwise, I would do it on the actual cap. But this is going to have the feather in the top of it, so I don't need to worry about that. So I'm going to make a couple little jump rings. I'm out of this color, and again, I'm trying to use what I have. So I'm just going to take my little tool and put it on the largest place. There's 3 different sizes that you can make with this. Okay, I'm crossing the wires over. I don't need to twist them because I have to open and close it. So I'm going to leave it right there and then just clip as close to the edge as I can. Wasn't that easy? Easy peasy. No need to go to the store. All right, then I'm going to clip each of these little pieces off, and I just put my wire cutters right up there to use the correct side. And clip it at once, and that's perfect because we're going to open and close this. Remember, you don't pull it out, you pull it sideways like that to open and then close. All right, so I have a couple little jump rings. Let's see, I think I'm gonna need one more, maybe more than that. Oh, there it is, the other one. Let me make at least one more. All right, so all we're gonna do is put this on the largest side, cross, and clip it off. And if you need to reshape it, you just put it back on your tool. All right, so I think 3 will do. All right, so we're gonna take the chain, let's see, and we'll wind up with 2 edges on the, hanging over the bottle. And we want room for the items that we're gonna hang there. It's always better to have a little more to clip it off than a little less, but waste not, want not, right? So what I'm doing is I'm just measuring, and I want them to be at different lengths. So we're gonna cut this chain right here. What I did is I just dug out from my stash some things that match. So I have silver chains for the silver bottle, and for this one I wanted to use this color, so that's all I did is dig that stuff out. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my first jump ring through the chain here and here, okay? So, let's take it on this side first. This one may need to be opened a little more. All right, I refastened that with the jump ring, and we have the little chains hanging at 2 different lengths, okay? So on the longer of the lengths, I'm going to put the smaller decoration. So I found this in my stash, and it matches, and I like it. So with Theodore's help, I'm going to put that on the longer one, and I'm also going to use the smaller jump ring that I made. Sit back here, baby. And actually, you know what? I think that chain is a little too long. So I'm going to, instead of putting it at the end, I'm going to put it a little higher than at the end. There we go. Theodore has found the pliers, or the wire cutters. You see him attacking the wire cutters. Okay, and then I'm going to put the tree of life on the, careful, on the shorter of the strings. I have the hot glue gun plugged in, so for the filigree we can, the metal pieces, we can do both E6000 and hot glue. That way we don't have to wait as long for it to dry. One adheres quickly and may not last as long. The other one dries slowly and gives you a more permanent adhesive. Okay, got that in there. Close it up. You know what? They're still hanging awfully close at the same side. That's not really the look I wanted. Okay, so I'm going to undo it here. See if I can't lift this side a little. Just give it an extra hook. So I'm not taking it all the way off. I'm just going to hook it on there twice. That's my plan. So at about 3 chains in, that way it'll shorten it a little. There we go. Theodore, what do you have? Your mama needs those. Hey, I need those. Thank you. Yeah, I know. I said, good boy. Theodore's good boy. All right, now they're hanging at different lengths. Can you see that? That's the look I wanted. All right, and now I want some leather on there too. The leather that the other one has on it, my model, is because that is the necklace part. That one is actually supposed to be jewelry, but I just like the way, I love layered things and different textures. So I have a bag of these leather remnants that I got from, I'm pretty sure they came from Joann's, and my Joann's are on the back wall. And there's several different colors and all different sizes, and it was actually pretty reasonable. I don't think the price tag is on it anymore, unfortunately, but I want to say it was like $5 or $6, and it'll probably take me years to use it all up. And I pull it out of my stash all the time. Okay, again, I want different lengths, so I'll cut one longer One shorter, you know what might be cool? Is to glue a bead on the end of those. Yes, we definitely want to do that. Let's get some beads and take a look. And pick the scissors up. So, oh, Theodore, you are tearing up Mama's tool. Stop it. Stop it. Here's some leather. There you go. Play with the leather. I'm gonna look at her beads. What does she want here? She's gonna need something big. I see what you're doing. Oh, well, those holes might not be big enough. Okay, let's try these. Theodore loves beads. He's got a whole bucket of his own beads. Don't you? Beads and buttons. I should have left it a little longer and I could tie a knot. I don't think I'm going to be able to, so it's going to have to be hot glue. Now, Theodore, this is dangerous with you around. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to put a little hot glue almost on the edge. No, Theodore, it's hot. Hot, hot, hot. And then I'm just going to slide that bead up to the hot glue. Let it sit there a sec. What do you have? Come on. Come on. You go play up there. You got toys up there. No, it's not going to happen. Mommy doesn't want to put you in your cage. No, I don't. No, I don't. All right, let's see. Where's the matching bead that I wanted here? I guess it doesn't have to match perfectly, does it? I like that one. It's kind of got a crackly look, like some of the container I'll have. Okay, so I'm going to put another dot of hot glue down here towards the bottom of this one. And maybe that one's a little longer than I want. So I'm going to put, let's see, we'll give it a little tiny trim. You know what? Let me do it first and trim it after. That's probably a better idea. Sorry, I'm going to have to move out of the camera, but someone's taking up all the room. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put a little dot of hot glue where I want the bead to be, and then slide the bead on the leather. Hot glue's on. Take the bead and put it through. So I say, come on, come on, come on. There we go. All right, I'm just looking at my beads and pulling in any of those strings. You know, the little hot glue strings that get on there. Okay, so now we have leather, beads, and our metal bits and parts. I'm really liking the way this is coming together. Theodore, Theodore, go. All right, so I'm gonna take the metal and bend it around. This is just pieces I got from Wish. I get a lot of those items from Wish. Of course, you have to leave everything in your garage now for days before you open it. And I don't know about y'all, but I keep a sink of bleach most days, at least every other day. I don't leave the house, but my husband is still working, and it scares me. Okay, so I have the metal. I'm gonna probably have to hold it. So I'm gonna put some hot glue and some E6000, and I won't make you watch as I hold it in place until it dries, so we'll be right back. All right, the little metal piece is dried. I added a label to it. It says for external use only, and a little key. So there is the first decoration for our shadow box. I think it's adorable. What do you think? Also, do you think Theodore needs his own channel? Happy crafting. Stay busy, stay inside, use what you have. And please remember to like, subscribe, give me a thumbs up or comment if there's something special that you want me to show you how to do again. In the meantime, I'll be working on different little bottles and decorations until my paint gets here, which may be tomorrow. Happy crafting.